This is my life. I'm an athlete, a brother, a son, and a student. My life has been molded by people, situations, culture, and education. MySearch began at Rhodes College, not far from my house. Little did I know what was to come, and what I was to learn. I'm an Episcopalian and go to St. George's Episcopal Church in Germantown. Before college, before search, I had been confirmed in the Episcopal Church after years of being explained what my beliefs were. My beliefs were soon challenged after I reached Rhodes College. My first semester of life ushered in a new method of approaching the Bible, one that required me to scrutinize what I had held true for all of my life. The most pivotal experience, probably in all of my search or life classes, was acknowledging and analyzing the differences in the two creation stories in Genesis. Were man and woman created at the same time as in Genesis 1? Or, as Genesis 2 says, was the woman bore from the man's rib after man was created? It was hard for me to live knowing that there were two possibilities, so I went to talk to my priest about it. I asked him how Episcopalians were meant to treat the discrepancies that are obvious in the Bible. This is what he said.
Episcopalians among them never tried to do that, didn't want to tie it down too tightly, what the meaning was, because they wanted to have the most inclusive church possible. That is, that many people...
I then understood that when faced with discrepancies such as the creation stories, the Episcopalian Church tolerates them not as discrepancies, but as different interpretations of the same story. The next semester of life was less impactful and more informative. In the next semester, I was further introduced to Luther and the spread of information via inventions such as the printing press. Although it took place a while ago, the phenomenon is not much different from the impact of technological pioneering today. Today, information and theological documents and ideas go hand in hand with a catalytic internet that allows religion and information to extend its reach exponentially. Admittedly, as a chemistry major, I did not expect a philosophy course to benefit me whatsoever. What good is sitting around and just thinking? Who cares at all? I'm sure that after looking at some of my blog posts, comments, or remarks during class, this is no secret to anyone. And philosophy never just clicked for me. I never had an aha moment or epiphany when I suddenly realized what the value of thought was. Like the search process as a whole, the practice of learning to manifest immaterial ideas and form ideologies is an extensive process. By introducing me to many different philosophers, this semester of search has proven to me the value of intellectual argument and introspection. It has allowed me to see from a new perspective, from which I can see the immaterial cycle upon which the world moves. I've realized there is a cycle of self-reflection and congregation that will perpetuate our world's understanding of ourselves forever. It begins with thought, questioning anything and everything that will eventually lead to a greater understanding of a subject. We draw conclusions, we shape beliefs and opinions. We then share these ideas with others, molding our thoughts even further. And after all this, we grow more aware of ourselves and what we originally set out to clear up. But the cycle never ends. In today's world, with information always readily accessible, we never stop communicating with others. While my life course brought me gains in biblical knowledge, search taught me to harvest new ability and breadth of the mind, rather than simply learning crammed information. As in the cycle, the search for ideals never ends, even when it is not explicitly named in a college course. We are always, maybe even subconsciously, taking in ideologies and reshaping our own ethics. As someone who was once skeptical about philosophy, it was important for me to prove to myself that philosophy was useful and relevant in the world, and search has helped me do just that. Socrates once said, "Know thyself." Well, I can now say that I know myself just a little bit better. And that is my search.